Simon, have you heard of British Eventing's new initiative, Be Prepared?
Yes, Jenny, I have. It's a free programme from British Eventing designed to help riders learn, connect and grow in the sport.
So whether you're a member or not, Be Prepared supports grassroots riders with the knowledge, skills and confidence to enjoy eventing at every stage. As a former competitor myself, I know how valuable good preparation can be.
And through the free Learning Hub, you can access bite-sized videos, expert advice and practical checklists whenever it suits you.
Plus, there will be some in-person camps bringing learning to life with coaching workshops and Q&A sessions from industry professionals.
From preparation and planning to mindset, fitness and competition know-how, it's all about practical learning that works.
Because as we know, Simon, being prepared and preparation really does build confidence.
And confident riders make better decisions.
So get Be Prepared today with British Eventing and head over to their website, britisheventing.com. Welcome to the Shut Up and Ride podcast. As I say welcome, Ben is chugging on a beer. If you want to see him chugging on a beer, and he is looking devilishly handsome today, I have to say. Do check us out. We are on.
He's looking handsome, but he's also looking very cheeky.
He is. We're in trouble today, I think. Welcome.
Mischievous.
We are, of course, sponsored, held together with baling twine by the wonderful Charles Owen. And they don't just do hats, people. They do body protectors. They do all sorts of stuff. So do please go and check them out. I know a lot of you do, and we get lots of messages saying how much you love them as much as us. But please go and protect yourselves, your heads, your noggins, and your backs with the wonderful Charles Owen. The boys are back in town. Boys are back in town. It's been a while since the three of us have done it.
Yeah, it seems like forever.
It has been forever. It's been ages. I haven't actually spoken to you for ages, Benjamin.
I know. I feel very, very, very sad. I'm happy that it's the three of us. I didn't know if we had a guest. And it's not that I don't like our guests, because they're amazing. But it's nice that we've got the three of us.
Yeah, I like it
Also,
when it's
you
us.
don't want to do any prep, let's face it.
I do prep when there's guests.
No.
Yeah.
We need to
Was that a thing?
Have you ever listened to the podcast Smartless, where there's three of them and one of them each week brings on a guest but doesn't tell the others who it is? So that way they don't have to do any prep and they surprise them with a guest. I think that's quite a good way of doing it.
What happens if they don't know who the guest is?
Well, they're always really famous because they're famous. It's Jason Bateman, Will, what's his face, and the gay guy from Will and Grace. So they have famous friends. So it's like Julia Roberts is like the guests and Tom Hanks.
But that doesn't really count, though, does it? You don't really need to do prep for those guests, do you?
Yeah, that's true.
No, I think I do. A little bit of prep's always a good thing.
We play that game, but it's always your turn, Jenny. It's always your turn to find the guest and do the prep.
Thanks. Yeah, I've been waiting for Simon to set up Izzy Taylor and Ros Cantor for 2 years now. So, I mean, one day we'll get them on. We actually had a request for Ros on the old socials. Can we get Ros on? I was going to say wait till winter when she's less busy.
Yes, good move.
I also
Jenny's in her new kitchen.
I was going to say,
this must be the first one that you've done in the new kitchen, or did you do the last one in the new kitchen?
No, this is me. Stress levels through the roof. No pictures hung up. Still a mess, but getting there. New house on the hill. We've moved up into the hills. Away, you will no longer hear the mine horn, I'm afraid.
Oh, that is sad.
End of an era.
It is sad.
So is all of this because that dog tried to bite your child, so you moved house?
That would have been a bit extreme. No, I want a garden. I think.
Would it though, Jenny? Would that be extreme for you? I don't think it would.
Fuck both of you. So I did. Said woman with dog. We were down at the general store, and she tied said dog right outside the door and left it unattended. And so my husband went up to her.
At the general store? Was this before you went to the saloon? Like, what?
It is called the general store.
Before the shootout.
It's no longer a shop or a supermarket. It's the general store.
It is it's an old school general store. It's really cute. They've done it up because they've done up the area, but it is like proper walk in with your cowboy boots type, the adornings outside. But anyway, she tied dog outside, and as I said, If I see that dog left unattended, I will report it. So my husband went up to her and said, look, you've just done it again. And she said, I thought you guys had moved. Why do you care? Well, way to take responsibility. And then she said, your family took my dog by surprise. My child was walking along a pavement, like a public footpath. And so Gregor said, what if a kid had come out the shop and taken your dog by surprise then? What's the excuse then? And he was like, I just want you to have a lovely day, but I will be reporting you. And we have reported her. And she was like, how could I have a lovely day? You've ruined it, and your family. Why? This is a nice dog. And he was like, it's your own. You're the bad owner. Like, the dog's nice as long as you don't take it by surprise, children don't come near it, or other dogs don't come near it. Then the dog's lovely.
It's good at shops, though, by the sounds of things.
Yeah. So she literally left it. There's so many places she could have tied it, and she tied it up right outside the door.
I don't know how people do that anyway.
I wouldn't even tie my dogs, who are friendly, outside a door.
I always think my dog is nice and friendly. It gets stolen.
I'd be so pissed off. Oh, sorry, go on.
I was just saying, I thought what if someone stole your dog?
Yeah.
Why would you be pissed off, Simon?
I'd be pissed off if I was her, because I'd be like, as if I've just come to the shops and the only time I come, these people have managed to see my dog here. Like, it must be fairly bad luck that you guys happen to be there at the same time as her.
Or karma.
No, she's probably just had like a massive row at home, being like, I'm not taking the dog to the shops. And they're like, no, it's one time. This one time, take the dog with you. Help us out.
They're not going to be there, so just get on with it.
And I think it's worse now, because we're really calm about it. We're like, just so you know, we will be reporting you.
Jenny, are you sure about that?
Yeah, is we your new way to describe Gregor?
Yeah.
Because I can't see you as being calm with something like that. We are going to report you.
We're so calm right now, so calm.
Anyway, should we move on, you bastards?
I like your kitchen.
Thanks. A bit dated. It's got some weird, like, aesthetic around the edge of the cupboards, which makes it look old, but just makes it look dirty. And it really winds me up.
No, I think it look expensive.
Do you think, Simon?
Yeah.
You need to up your tastes. But anyway, yeah, I'll give you guys a tour on WhatsApp at some point. But I moved house because I think kids should have a garden, and I can't not have a garden. But our neighbours are Irish, and my dogs have worked out how to get into the neighbour's garden. So Maverick and Woof keep getting ejected back over the fence.
So now you have become the neighbour with the unruly dogs. The wheel has come full circle.
Oh my goodness, yes.
It's all right, their dog Chewy comes this way as well. So they have an unruly
it's even Stevens.
Yeah, it's even Stevens.
Before me and George lived at the farm, we lived in town. And our neighbours had like a 14-year-old son that was really hard to get out of bed on a weekend. And on the off chance that one of us was at home with the dog, they'd come and knock on the door and be like, can we borrow your dog? And they'd just take him and throw him into the bedroom, and he'd jump on the bed and lick the teenager till they woke up. So that was our experience with our neighbours.
That's cute. It's a cute story.
That is very...
The teenager might not have liked that, to be fair.
No, and there was another time where we gave the dog a prawn cracker and it put it out in the garden, and then the dog came back in with a sausage.
What?
A cooked sausage. And we were like, what? And then we went into the garden and looked over the fence, because he'd gone through to their garden, traded his prawn cracker for their 3-year-old sausage, and come back. And our neighbours were so confused when we came out. They were like, where has our child got a prawn cracker from? We were like, oh yeah, sorry, how bad. Anyway, they were both happy.
How bizarre.
That is the most bizarre story ever. My friend Jen, because she's quite rogue, who you guys have both met, she has, in her garden, her guinea pigs kept escaping their outdoor run area. So she was just like, yeah, fuck it. If they keep escaping, let's just see what happens. So she just let them be free roam in the garden and didn't really kind of pay attention to where they would be. And on Facebook kept getting messages like, does anyone own 2 guinea pigs? Because the guinea pigs would just roam between she lives on like a terrace, between all the gardens in every house, and then just come back. And so she was like, they're just free range guinea pigs. These guinea pigs love it. All year round. She's put little houses out there in case they want, should they just sleep in the privet hedge? Yeah, she just has free range guinea pigs. But most
Did they
neighbours.
not get eaten?
No. And she's even sent me videos of the neighbour's cat watching the guinea pigs. But she just has free range guinea pigs. Yeah.
You're not
That
going to
was
set Susan
scary.
free, are you?
Susan wouldn't. Susan couldn't handle it. Susan is not. Chewbacca maybe. Chewbacca's taken to having a little roam around the garden. We're just worried coyotes might come and eat him. But Susan, no, Susan can't. We took Susan on holiday, and every time in the car went over a bump, we just go, "Oh, sorry, Susan," because we just had visions of this guinea pig in the boot going, "Ah!" So now, if anyone gets upset in our house unjustifiably, we just go, "Oh, sorry, Susan."
Yeah.
So you have coyotes knocking about?
Yeah. That's why you can't really have cats here. Cats get eaten.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
I
Coyote
know,
ugly.
And we have cougars out the back and bobcats, bears. Oh, I went camping. So my friend Alex messaged me on Monday going up to Whistler with their like trailer camper. Do you want to come? Because his wife was away. This now really in my head probably sounds really dodgy. His wife was away and Greg is away. So he was like, do you want to go camping with me? We can all just share a big camper. Which in hindsight does sound weird.
That sounds bad.
Yeah, it does, but it isn't, because it's Alex and absolutely no part of me would ever fancy him. But his Nika does listen to this podcast, so hi, Nika. And then, so we all just bombed up to Whistler and went to this, like, the Olympic Park and just camped in the car park, and the kids played football. And then there was a mama bear with 2 cubs right next to our campsite. These 2 tiny little cubs. It was really
Wow.
cute.
Not scary.
That is wow.
Yeah. Like, if anyone wants to see them, go and check out my Instagram. But yeah, very, very cute. Like, very, very cute.
Oh, have I missed that on your Instagram? Sorry, I should have seen that.
I put it on stories. I'll send it to you guys. But honestly, so what was really interesting is the cubs are in the tree because mama goes off and eats a little bit away from them. So they climb up the tree so they can still see her. And then when she comes back, they climb back down. She did head towards me at one point. She headed towards me. I was like, shh, like made my noises. And she was like, yeah, all right. But she was very chill.
Bear?
Yeah, black bear.
Yeah.
But this is bear. So there was a ranger that came through the park and was like, oh, that's Ruby. She's famous. If you go on and look up black bear in Whistler defending cubs from grizzly bear, there's a video of her from 2023 attacking a grizzly bear that's trying to eat her cubs. She's quite a famous bear.
So grizzly bears are the horrible ones?
Yeah, so black, you fight back. Grizzly, lay down, play dead, and hope it doesn't eat you.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't want to meet a grizzly, you'll get eaten. But black bears, they may bluff charge you, and you could have some spray. They could do you some damage, but 90% of the time, unless it's a mum and you're in between her and her cubs, they will just leave you alone. They're omnivores and they eat like the dogs. So if I had the dogs and the dogs went and upset them, they would chase the dogs and probably attack me because I'm associated with the dogs. But as long as you give them space, they're all right. But it was very cool to see baby cubs next to our tent. It was
You're such a local now.
I am such a local.
She knows how to work everything.
I squeal if I'm walking across the yard at night and like a rat runs out. Never mind,
That is quite scary though, to be fair. Ben, are you so you've been but you must be absolutely knackered. Like you're just non-stop.
The crescendo of this was last weekend. I did a 3-day clinic. I taught, and this sounds nothing to someone like Simon because he's superhuman the way he teaches, but it was the most lessons I think I've done in a day. I did 10 back-to-back lessons. So we had 2 group lessons of 4 people in the morning and then 8 individual, and then, started in the morning and then 8 individual lessons. Did that for 3 days and it was so hot. I was so poorly. Like, so anyone who was on the clinic won't know this, but like I was chucking my guts up at the hotel.
So you had heat stroke?
I think so. Yeah. Like on a morning or a night, I would finish, walk in, just be like, bleh, and then clamber back out the next morning. Like, and some of it was undercover, but it was just like hot. And of course, like for everyone, you forget, don't you? Because I was like, well, the horses are fine, so it can't be heat stroke. But then I'm out in it constantly.
All day.
Yeah. Without a break. But yeah, we've had shows, we've had demos, we've had clinics, we've been filming, we've been
Literally, like, has there been a single day where you've actually been at home and been able to just stay at home and just chill?
I think today would be the first day. Today would be the day that we've just been at home. So
Like, literally the last like 3 months. It's 2 months.
it's been 2 months. It's been chaotic for, but so I just sort of spent all day with Wild, and yeah, it was lovely.
How is he?
So, is it from a monetary point of view, though, worth the graft? Is this kind of your like, mate, hey, where the sun shines? Because that's sometimes the problem with horses. You feel like you're grafting and grafting and grafting, and then you look at your bank balance and you're like, oh,
Yes and no. It's keeping all the plates spinning.
yeah.
So
See, I don't think I've ever had that. Like, I've had when I've like been like grafting and grafting, I'm like graft, and don't really think about the money. Just kind of get on with it because I want to
yeah.
better myself or whatever. But then when it gets to winter and it all starts to like calm down, then I look at my bank balance and I go, oh God. I don't, and it because like when you're really busy and you're keeping on going and you're doing stuff all the time, you don't really think about it and it all just kind of happens. Whereas when you've got time to actually think about it, then you start getting really nervous about it. Well, I do anyway. I don't know what
No,
anyone
I
else.
have to agree with Simon a bit. I probably think about the right things, but not the money. Like, and as long as I'm busy, if I'm busy during the day and tired at night, I'm sure I'm making money.
Yeah.
Because that's generally, but like for me, I'm thinking more about like, there's the training at home for my performance team, and then the effort that goes into the shows. Yeah, that makes money. Of course it does. But I'm always more thinking about setting the horses up right for the gig, doing a good job at the gig while I'm there, looking after my staff and my riders, sort of like fulfilling those obligations. And then when it comes to the teaching, again, it's not thinking about, oh, I'm doing this to make money. It's like, right, I've been away performing for ages, so I've not seen any of my like students face to face for ages. So then putting my full self into the clinic to make sure that I help them as much as I can and we get everything in. And so it's more like, and like some of the film jobs and stuff have been with sponsors and things. I think I can say we're filming with Lemure for some cool stuff. Doing like, some really cool
Other
stuff.
clothing brands are available, and if you wish to sponsor this podcast, please give me a call. Email us at shutupandridepodcast@gmail.com.
And it's like things like that, like they're really good to me, so then I need to try and be really good to them back. Do you know? So it's more, it's sort of like thinking, oh, I need to fit you in, I need to fit that in. Like I'm working with the mounted police at the moment, helping train police horses, and I need to get back to them again.
That is so cool.
It is really cool. And they're really cool.
They're cool
massive.
Horses because they're chosen for their personality, aren't they? So
personality and size more than personality. Like they're like 18 hands high, and
they're
like
intimidating, but they're supposed to be, aren't they?
18 hands wide. They are like when you're stood with them and they're like, this one jumps a bit when it hears noises, and you're looking at it thinking, don't jump on me when you hear a noise.
Because there's going to be an earthquake.
But yeah, that's and then the weirdest thing thinking about being busy is just like parent life around that. Like this was a lot before. And I wouldn't say it's parent life as in, I love all the time I spend with Wild. I absolutely do. And I make sure I do. But then, so like, I've got quite good, which probably isn't a good thing, at switching my work brain off. Because like the other day, I was looking after Wild and I just decided to take him out and go to the park and stuff for like a couple of hours. And so like, normally you'd be sat there thinking, I've got those emails to do. I've got all those horses to work. There's still that stuff to do on the yard. But just had to learn to be like, no, switch that off. I'm going to go.
Is that a bad thing?
I think it could be a bad thing if you got too good at that. Like you can't ignore your responsibilities, can you?
Yeah, but it's a good thing that you're able to switch off.
Yeah. No,
and remove yourself from it. But as long as you can then put yourself back.
Well, I remember hearing The Rock talk about it. Like, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, saying about how the way he tries to do it is that whatever you're doing, do that 100%. So if you're at work, don't be half at work, half at home. Be like in your mind, be at work, do the job. When you're at home, be at home. If you're with your kids, be with your kids. Like, don't try and do two things at once. But it's a lot. So yeah, I've been a busy boy, but
That's where
very
phones
happy.
are a pain in the ass, because often, like, you're trying to play fucking Playmobil horse and build that, but because you, especially when you work for yourself, you know that your phone can ding, and then it's so easy to just open a message and reply via WhatsApp. Whereas back in the day, it was you had to open your laptop, get your emails out to reply. But now everyone does everything via WhatsApp rather than a professional email or a letter, even further back. But do you know what I mean? A letter.
Shall we correspond via letters?
But do you know what I mean? Like, it's so easy to be distracted because you can go, oh, I'll just reply quickly to this rather than playing football.
More than that, I find it hard where if I get an email, or I've had 2 emails recently with stunning, really exciting job opportunities that I've had to turn down because I'm already booked for other things. And I don't want to say what any of the things are because I don't want to make anybody feel bad. But there are 2 massive, like, one of the shows was over in the UAE and it was a big, long contract. And I was already booked for something else. And you're like, oh. And then one of the biggest shows, well, I think it is technically the biggest outdoor event in the UK. That's biggest county show in the UK. And they asked me last minute, and I was like, I can't. And then what I find hard about that is if you've got that news and you're meant to be, you've just glanced at that on your phone, and then you're meant to be like, happy family man, or whatever.
Yeah.
And then deep inside, you're like, oh, I want a bath and a bottle of red wine and to wallow and feel sorry for myself. Instead, you're like, let's dance to the Wiggles.
That is.
How is your dance to the Wiggles?
My dance to the Wiggles. I don't watch a lot of Wiggles. I'm sure they're great people, but I look at them and I'm like, I wouldn't leave any of you with my kid.
I know, I'm a bit like that. It is a little bit weird. Explain what the Wiggles
what,
are.
Sorry. What is this?
They're like
Australian, aren't they?
Australian people aged between like 30 and 60 who dance for kids on TV.
Oh,
and
okay.
the main guy is like the older guy, and
he wasn't always the older guy. Like, he's just been around a long time. But it is. There's some dodgy kids TV out there.
It's not Bluey, put it that way, which is awesome.
Oh, see, I'm not a Bluey person.
No, but you have to get into it because it's got like really funny. It's really funny. Delilah, because of watching Bluey, calls Greg a big fella.
Big fella.
I actually genuinely, she's that clever. I think she gets the irony in that as well. To my husband is not a big man.
He's 10 feet tall, Jenny. Inside. But, yeah, we've had a really good time. I saw our lovely Harry at Bolesworth. He saw me nearly get killed, which was great.
Oh, yes, tell us about this. So we got a message on Instagram saying, is Ben all right? Something, something, something. I'm like, I get these messages all the time. Like, oh, can you tell Simon how much I love him? I am not their fucking secretary. Message them yourself. Anyway, something happened at Bolesworth. Tell us. You nearly died.
It was day 1. It's the first performance. Bolesworth's arena's like in a bowl, which is super cool because when you're performing in it, like, the crowd are almost on tiered seats, even if they're just stood, because they're on banks at the side.
And it's like a moat, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got a moat and everything and a bridge. It's cool. But it means that it's like a wind tunnel. So the entire time you're in there, like that day, it was so windy. So the horses were already on edge. It was the first time any of my 4 babies had seen an arena like that, like properly at an event. So everything was they were a bit hot. They were really good. And then a member of staff, not from Bolesworth, a separately contracted member of staff from an outside party, they have like a judge's box in the center of the arena. And as I was walking with the team of 10 loose, just as I came past the judge's box, they did like a Neo from the Matrix parkour leap out of the judge's box over the rail. And it just spooked the crap out of the boys. And they shot forwards. And yeah, we'll have to try and get the video of Harry because apparently it's hilarious. I go through like 7 different emotions in a second of being like, what's that? oh, stop. They're not going to stop. I'm going to die. And I managed to just sort of get rollered between two of them. But yeah, it was, do you know when
How the hell did you not get hurt?
I don't know. Like, I really do not know. Because they were tight when they came past me. There was not room for me. And it was weird because, like, in my mind, it lasted like an hour, but it was obviously like 2 seconds. Like, I was
How weird is
thinking,
that? When
who's.
time slows down when you're about to die, it really does.
Yeah, well, I was thinking, okay, cool, your ACL's going to get smashed again. Who here can take over immediately? What are we going to do for the rest of the season? Do you know, like, I'm having that entire conversation with myself in my head. And then the moment all the horses ran off and then they cantered around, then they came back. And when they all came back, I was like, I'm actually fine. I'm actually completely fine. And I do not know how. But yeah, that's how I nearly died at Bolesworth.
Talking of which, how is your knee?
Knee's good.
Is it standing up to all of this? Because like it's fucking hell, it's been put through the mill, hasn't it, for this?
Yeah, it's going really, really well. There's only two things that seem to really hurt it, and that is pushing the pram on like dodgy ground, like gravel and stuff, and there's like a shopping trolley in Tesco's. Like,
so you're not doing any shopping
or childcare?
I'm really sad. I love doing the big shop. I think it is. Oh, I get so excited. I love it. I'm like, it has to be a Tesco because I know how they organize things. But so I can't even get into words. It brings me so much joy. But
someone's really excited about this.
This is really weird. Is this like you're like food porn or something? Like I want to know what's going on here.
I think it's from being a kid.
Frozen aisle and having a bit of a time to yourself.
No, like when you're a kid, you go to Tesco's with mum, and then you know you're going to get like that's the best day for food. You're
going to get some form of treat.
Yeah, well, like
if you behave.
The day of the big shop is the day where all the good food is in the house. Like you've got everything. So it's like a great day because I love food.
Right, but did you, when you were a kid, always want to push the trolley? But if your mum or dad held on to the end of the trolley or helped you push it, did it not infuriate you?
No, I used to like getting given missions. Like, go and find 3 cucumbers. Yes. Off you go.
Off he goes.
Yeah.
Delilah was pushing a trolley around one of the shops the other day and drove into a whole pile of Soda Streams bottles. Fucking devastating. Bottles everywhere.
So does Delilah take after her mother? And if you try and guide the trolley with your hand at the same time, does she get raggy?
Absolutely loses her mind. So does James. Absolutely. And what's so weird is I know how much it infuriated me as a child, but when they're driving it, you can't help but hold on to it to stop it going into a whole pile of Soda Streams. It's just, yeah. I now know why my mother did it to me. But my God, she loses her absolute mind. I may as well have told her I'm going to kill some kittens. Can't bear it.
Oh God, that bad.
And also, one of the things I want to put into the 7 circles of hell, in the same way as you do with cyclists, whoever invented fucking the sweet aisle and the sweets next to the checkout. Mummy, what's this? What's bubble gum? What's this? Mummy, can I have some of this? Mummy, can I have this? I fucking wish death upon you. Which marketing genius did that? Because that's the place where they're bored, waiting for their turn, and that's where all the bloody chocolate is.
So do you think that, like, junk food, like sweets and stuff, should have the same sort of rules as, like, cigarette packets do in this country? So they can't be, like...
rotten teeth on the front.
Yeah, rotten teeth and, like, clogged arteries and, like, no colourful branding. Like, no.
I just think it should be put out of reach. Just put it that bit higher so they can't see it.
So they can't see.
Well, you had like back in the day, it used to be the same with porn mags.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, Simon. Glad to know what you were trying to reach for as a child. Me and Ben were trying to reach for the sweets. You were on the porn mag.
Actually, I have a friend. I can't.
Yes,
stop.
you can. Oh no. What?
When we were teenagers, I do not know why. Maybe this is too far. I don't know. I've started, so I'll finish.
Good.
When
That's what
my
Simon
mum
said
was
last
driving
week.
me and my mates somewhere, normally to like a show when we were younger, we were like 15, 16. My mate JD would buy a porn magazine in the services when we stopped, and then would like read out the stories to my mum in the car, but in like really weird accents. He'd be like, "Hi, this is going to be today. Like everyone's going to be like, I don't know, from Russia," and like he wasn't not good at accents either. So he'd be like, everyone's going to be French, and just reading these terror. Like, by the way, if whoever writes that stuff, it's not great, is it? Like, you could write better stuff yourself,
I'm
but
not sure they're looking for the intellectual qualities here. I
I'm
think
not
that's
sure
the point.
anybody apart from us has ever read the things in the thing, because otherwise you're just there for the pictures. But yeah, I just a weird childhood memory. Is that childhood? A teenage memory? And my mum used to find
that's
it.
childhood.
Mum
Kind
would
of.
find it worryingly amusing. She just found it the funniest thing in the world, and she's going to kill me for telling that story on the podcast.
She's got a great sense of humour.
Yeah.
So does that mean that you're coming to the end of this cycle of busyness?
Yeah.
That was a bit of a no.
Yeah, the end
Well,
of
looks like
September.
Simon's diverted the conversation away from us asking, did he read porn magazines as well?
Who?
Simon just diverted the conversation away from him bringing up porn magazines to, oh, no one's going to ask me about it. I'm going to go back to talking about Ben.
No, I just remember my roommate at school reading those stories. So yeah, you weren't alone. Like having the, I don't even really know why he was reading them, but like, but all these magazines had like fit birds in them, and I was like, yeah, great.
Anyway,
Gonna say that's why that's where my brain immediately went. This poor boy, really excited, sharing a room with Simon, being like, "Look at this," and Simon's like, "Yeah."
I do remember this specific lad. He was like, do you know, I think if you were gay, I wouldn't be able to share a room with you. And I was like, oh, well, why is that? And he was like, because you'd probably try it on with me or something. And I was like, no, thinking to myself, well, that's unfortunate.
Hey, that is the ultimate straight guy silent hurt when one of your friends comes out gay and you're like, they never hit on me.
Why didn't you try it on with me?
Like, am I not good enough? Like, what should I be doing differently? Like, why am I not enough? I've been around for 10 years.
He's a really great guy. Really great guy.
Oh,
but you didn't
anyway,
fancy
But
what have you two been up to?
go on, Jenny. What have you been doing?
moving house, being stressed out of my mind. Sounds so unusual for me. You're tired, I'm stressed. Ben's trying not to die on horses. Yeah, no, just moving house, trying to enjoy the summer because kids in Canada go on school holidays in the middle of June. Yeah.
Oh, there's a June break. We had that in my school.
Well, that's it. Then they're done until September. So it's over 8 weeks of school holidays, which is interesting.
That's pretty cool if you're a teacher, isn't it?
And do you know what else I've been trying to do, boys? Do you know what else has caused me stress? Have a think. What could possibly cause me stress?
Well,
Oh, God, no idea.
It can't possibly be organising.
What could
Not organising
possibly-
anything.
Yeah.
No.
Jenny doesn't do stuff like that. She
I
doesn't
have
follow
said-
Stressed
Ben.
about it.
Ben, you haven't replied to a WhatsApp message in nearly a month.
Yeah, I have. I know I have.
But yet, when I hand over the money from our tours, you happily take it. So I've resorted to messaging your mother.
Look,
This is my stern face, Benjamin. I'm leaning in.
the professional term for my mother is my manager. You guys had it handled. I knew you'd figure it out. You didn't need my
You know who's
input.
replied? Becky Bloody Moody. I'm thinking of sacking you two and bringing her full-time onto the pod. So anyway, do you know what? It has been quite stressful because venues just don't reply, a lot of them. Like, it's like, and then some are quite expensive. And then loads of them have no space in the winter. And trying to find a venue that can actually seat enough people and all of our needs and have audio and have everything and blah, blah, blah is actually really bloody difficult. And trying to do it on a weekend, trying to have one in the south and the north. It's impossible. So we are going back to our old faithfuls. We are going back to the Unicorn on the 4th of February, and we are going to go to Bishop Burton on the 6th of February, because those two venues are glorious and reply and were just brilliant. And the Unicorns added more seating. So, despite your uselessness of both of you, and umming and ahhing and replying,
Ben, can you definitely do those dates? Because I'm just starting to wonder whether I might be a bit busy.
I will fucking end both of you.
Also, Jenny, like, don't. I'll throw myself under the bus a bit. Don't tar Simon with my brush. He's been bad, but not as bad as me. Like, oh my goodness.
No, because he didn't know if he could do the date in March. That was a possibility. He just went on radio silence, so he didn't have to have
Simon,
a conversation.
You're better. See, don't tell her you don't know. Just don't reply. It's easier.
Just easy to just not reply at all.
See,
Yeah, but I do that.
I'm
I do
in
that.
less
It's
trouble.
bad.
You're the worst humans. So that has been my stress, but we now finally have the dates. Becky is coming back, and I have lots of plans, and we're going to try and get a show jumper along. So Simon
Becky's coming back.
his meter
Becky's
6
coming back on
degrees.
2 days.
Becky's coming both days.
Both days. Yeah, amazing.
So Becky will be there, and Becky this time wants to do the Liberty.
Cool. We can do that.
I think, and people do send us messages of what you would like to see on the tour, because we're open for anything. I think dogs might be involved this year as well. I think we're going to get some dogs involved. But I think Becky this time, Simon, should train Ben dressage, but at Liberty. So I think you should be on a horse without a bridle, and Becky should give you a dressage lesson.
Yeah, that would work. I've got a horse.
That helps. Or we just give you one of those, you know how that thing is a competition where the people do the hobby horse?
I tell you what, that is getting bigger and bigger. At nearly every show I have been to this year, there's been a hobby horse arena.
I think we should have
I
a
would
go.
have loved that when I was a kid. I would have absolutely loved it.
But I feel like it's a bit fancy. We used to make jumps out of sticks.
Yeah, all the kids at Bowlesworth had professional little show jumps. In the lorry car park.
When I was a kid, I used to design proper cross-country fences, and I'd build them like just like they were really like proper professionally done, and then I'd build bullfinches and brushes and stuff, but like they'd be properly like I had a course designer, course builder manual thing, and I used to like do it properly, like they were proper solid fences. I was quite impressed with myself. Well, I am quite impressed looking back.
Right, so do you build your own cross-country?
Yeah, build my own cross-country jumps in the garden for me to jump over myself.
That's not very gay.
It's not very gay at all.
I don't think it is, but then everybody thinks that I am gay.
Mate, that is quite gay to like be prancing around, cantering around and jumping sticks. But I just went quite to town with the actual designing of it.
I wasn't imagining that part. I was imagining you with all this wood and power tools.
Yeah, being a lad.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think he had wooden power tools. I think he had bits of string and some sticks.
And some gaffer tape and a dream.
Yeah. There's nothing.
And I remember back then you used to have penalty zones. So like a penalty zone was like a zone around each fence at the big events, and if you were about to fall off but you managed to get your horse, so like say your horse left a leg at the fence and then you were nearly falling off but you nearly saved yourself but not quite, if you get out of the penalty zone and you fell off then you weren't penalised.
Oh.
Could you imagine that these days?
Yeah. So like there's a video somewhere of Lucinda Green, and she's literally hanging on, and she's got one leg round it. Right, she nearly falls off in the lake, I think it is. And then she's got one leg hooked over the saddle, and she's literally her whole body is nearly on the floor. And she basically tries to like shimmy the horse along out of the penalty zone, so then she can fall off and then not be penalised.
And then get back on and finish.
What a different world when you could be like, I went around badminton clear. I fell off 4 times, but I was clear.
Yeah, but I wasn't penalised.
Yeah.
Yeah, and back in the day you could fall off and just get straight back on and just carry on.
I think make it more entertaining.
So the penalty zones were like marked with stakes, so I'd have to have a penalty zone around my jumps because obviously, you know, I was doing it properly. And I remember my dad being like, "Oh really? Why do you put those stakes in the ground in the garden?" And I was like, "It's the penalty zone." And he's like, "I'm just a bit worried about you falling on them or something." And I was like, "Oh, Dad, you're so boring." I know. Sorry, that's so dull.
It's not at all. Just show what an absolute Quentin geek you are. I love it.
Oh, I was terrible. I had to do it so properly. It was, yeah.
I was the opposite. I used to go to my granddad's and steal all of his plastic white lawn furniture. Those old white plastic chairs, and they would be the jump wings, and then I would just lean like a sweeping brush and stuff across the chairs to make a jump.
Yeah, that's what we
Yeah.
used to do.
Not Simon Greed.
Oh no, he was building badminton. Would you
Yeah.
ever go into a bit of course design? Do you ever fancy?
Probably not.
No.
I used to be quite into that idea, but I'm not sure. I don't know if I'm brave enough. I think you've got to be very strong-willed, and you've got to be very confident of yourself with it.
You've got to have not ridden round badminton to know how it would feel to ride into that fence, to design that fence.
Yeah.
That's a question. Do the people who design the courses, like, have they jumped round stuff like that?
Yeah, like Eric Winter, who designs badminton, he's did badminton and Berlin multiple times.
Yeah. That makes
Captain Mark
sense.
Phillips.
Mark Phillips, yeah.
Done everything.
Yeah.
Helen competed, didn't she? Top level.
And it's exactly for questions like that why I wasn't invited on the eventing podcast.
It's all right. Don't worry. When I put the post out about our collab with British Eventing and their podcast, and I did my graphic, I called her the CEO of British Dressage. Not only in the graphic, but in the description as well.
I mean, that's a third, right?
Yeah.
But I'd just like to point out, I think that I was very good there, Jenny, because literally within 2 minutes of you posting it, I was like, Jenny, you put the dressage thing on.
Honestly, and I read it.
But they saw it. They'd already
times.
seen it, hadn't they?
Yeah, I got in trouble. But it's like my brain went into just autopilot, and then I read it like 400 times and couldn't see it. It's like amazing, isn't it? How your brain, what you see.
But that's because you enjoyed that interview with the CEO of British Dressage so much.
That was it, Jason.
You did.
Yeah.
Because it was really good. Definitely worth going back and listening to, guys.
Or I just needed to change my estrogen patch and get my brain working a bit better. Who knows?
If it makes you feel any better, Jenny, the first time I went on tour with BAM, we got there, had done the entire first gig, were packing down the trade stand, and I was like, there are spelling mistakes all over these banners. And we just written all sorts. So then we didn't have time to change them before the next gig. So when we built the trade stand again to sell all the merch, we just strategically placed a different picture in front of that word, or a pile of posters in front of that bit to make just let's just hide the bits where we went wrong, and then they'll be better next time.
It says bum instead of BAM.
Yeah. Oh,
Bumming Atkinson method.
The bumming accent. That might get some more subscribers, That could.
Everyone's like, oh, we didn't know Simon and Ben were doing a collab again.
Yeah.
Oh, I would enjoy that.
Yeah.
Oh, you are looking particularly devilishly handsome today, boys, I have to say. Right, Simon Grieve, what have you been up to?
What have I been up to? Been out competing.
You went to a wedding. I saw videos of you dancing. You do have your signature dance moves, can I just say? You do have you do this with your like punch the air type moves. I love it.
Yeah, I do. And I do lots of hip moving and all that kind of stuff. I don't know, I love it. It's great. So I went to so I went on the hen do for that for a couple of days in Corfu, which was really nice. And then I came back a bit early and I went to Royal Ascot.
Ooh la la.
Which was really fun because honestly, I'm so rubbish. So I hired a car while I was in Corfu and we went on a little cruise for the day on the day the day that was flying back. And I was like, well, I can just about manage that. So because there were a couple of hours from when we were supposed to land back in the port and before my flight. And then James never asked me to do anything, and he specifically was like, "Can you please make sure that you come to Ascot with me because it's his best friend's birthday and it's going to be really good." Anyway, so I go off on this cruise and I come in my early, a little bit late for the cruise. So I park up as quick as I can, jump on the boat, sail off. And I thought I'm just going to quickly check to make sure that I have parked in the right place. So I Google on my phone, to park in the port where I've parked, and it says you are very likely to be towed, or your plates are likely to be removed, and then you'll have to get those back from the port police. But they close at 2 p.m. We weren't getting back till 6 p.m. And then you won't be able to get them till Monday because it was on the Friday. And honestly, so we left at 8 a.m. and we got back at 6:30 in the evening. Literally, I spent the entire day just stressing because I just thought that the thought of letting James down on the one thing he's asked me to do all year just filled me with dread. And you know what it's like when it's really, you're just feeling really shit about something or really worried about something, and you stress about it, and then I got back and no one had even looked at the car.
Oh,
I was thinking, thank God for that. And sorry, that was a very long-winded story.
so I'm guessing that you weren't the most fun person on said cruise.
I really wasn't. Like poor Meg and Emily, they both came over and said, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Not really, no. I'm feeling really stressed out." And they tried really hard to be really nice and cheer me up, and I was like, "Yeah, no, that's not working."
Oh, sorry, Susan.
That's the best thing.
So then we went to went to Ascot, and that was really good. And then I went to the wedding, and I just love wedding. I love a wedding. Like it's just there's so much that's good about them. You know, like you've got the couple who are obviously very much in love, and which is great, and I love that, and kind of melts my heart. But it's also like dad doing the father's speech, father of the bride's speech, and like mum's so proud, and his parents are so proud, and there's just so much love in the room. I just love it. I think it's so cool. It's like it's been a highlight of my year, and another highlight of my year was when I went to Rutland County. I went to go and watch Ben at Rutland County, and I kind of left him. I went and said hi, and then I left him to it. And then I went off and with James, and then we were doing something, and then I looked over, and there was a big merry-go-round, and Ben and Wild were on the merry-go-round together, and it was just so nice. I love all that kind of stuff.
That was that was a really special, because as we went to look at the arena in the morning, Wild looked over and saw it. And I was like, oh, I actually have to / get to do stuff like this now. So then, like, straight after the show, I was still in costume. And I was like, I'm taking Wild on the merry-go-round.
Yeah, honestly, it was like obviously it didn't make me cry because I'm a proper lad, and I'm double hard. But but I just looked over and I was like, oh, that is so
Probably one of the
nice.
funniest things you've ever said, so.
It was really nice. Simon, he's so lovely. He came in on the evening. He finished work and was driving home and popped in to see us, and then came back with your.
Yeah, you're right. It's like it was on my way to work, but and on my way back. So why wouldn't I? Definitely. I'd love to come and see more. To be fair, it was very impressive because I've not actually seen you perform properly like that. So
you have to come and see the big show because that was the small show. So you got to come and see the full spectacle.
Big stuff. And I've had Buster's back. He's had his first run back. We are hopefully, fingers crossed, prepping to go to Burley again, and he'll have 2 more runs before that. And he's on really good form at the minute. Fingers crossed, touching wood. And then Miracle is on good form as well, and he's going to aim to hopefully do Blenheim, but it just depends on how things go. And I've got some really nice young ones. I've got Cozy, who's really cute, and he's done his first couple of one-day events, and he won. Well, he was the best score in a one-day event I did last week, and he's just like, you know, when you have one that you just, well, I mean, I love all of them, but like he's just really cute and just lovely to have around, and like you're trotting around and everyone's going, you just know that everyone's going, oh my God, that one's really nice. I'm like, yes, he is.
Can I ask a stupid question? Because you said you were going to say that you won on him, and then you said you got the best score. Surely that's the same thing.
Well, so I was I was in 80 centimeters, and so I did it, and he did the best dressage, which was great, and then jumped double clear, and he won, and I just felt a bit uncomfortable, bit like winning.
It doesn't matter what level you're at, Simon will still hunt you down and beat you.
Yeah. Well,
That
because
one
like if I
show
was,
you've been brave enough and built up to go to, don't worry, Simon will be there.
he'll come and steal it. Yeah, exactly. So if I was competing affiliated in an 80 or a 90, I'd have to be HC. And I don't know, I just didn't feel quite right. So I just, when we'd finished, I was like, oh, it looks like we've won. And I went to the secretary and I was like, look, and yeah, I'd rather if you just put me as HC, please. And they were so nice about it. They were like, they're like, oh no, you don't need to do that. And I was like, yeah, no, I really do. I just would feel more comfortable. And they were like, oh well, but we've got a spare first place rosette, so you can have the rosette. And also they had an extra bucket of treats, which was one of the prizes for the winners for Cozy to have. So yeah, so it was great. Really
You
nice
are
little event.
such a good person.
Oh, I know.
He's just trying to make sure he doesn't go
I'm
to
not
hell
really.
for his
You're
other
sorry?
shit. Yeah. He's just trying to make sure you don't go to hell for all your other shit that you're doing. Just trying to pick
Mate,
up those little ticks.
the other shit that I've done, I'm rotting in hell.
I'd have been like posting a kind of blurry filtered thing of me and the horse, just flash the first rosette. Oh, we won eventing today. Oh, that can go on socials. Oh, casual.
I wouldn't know how that feels. Do you not think though, with eventing, like there should be a bit of an element of like the pros and the amateurs, like if you like separating them, or do you think it's fine for everyone just to compete against each other?
I mean, personally, I think it's fine. Like
That's because you're the pro.
no, but I loved it when I first started eventing when I was like 16. I loved going to a competition and being warming up next to my heroes, and obviously they beat me, but like well, not necessarily, to be fair. Like there'd be times when I'd beat them and I'd be like, oh my god, I've just beaten whoever it was,
Yeah.
and yeah, no, but then obviously when the better or the more you do, you suddenly become a bit more kind of negative about it. But I think it's a really healthy thing. I think it encourages you to push yourself even more and to improve your training. And yeah, I think it's a good thing personally.
What's the difference between a professional and an amateur?
How you make your
Well,
living.
professionals, how you actually make your living from it.
So, 'cause the only reason I say that is I always find that like a really weird. I think that has to be a thing because we've had like I know the bridleless competition's been like the first massive public one, but there've been other kind of stunty liberty competitions and stuff that I've been a part of and things in the past. And I've always found that a really awkward because people will be like, oh no, that person's a professional because they make money doing it. But then like that could mean that like, say I was really good with young horses at grassroots or whatever, doing like 80 centimeters or whatever. And you get loads of people paying you to bring their youngsters on or bring their dream horse on because that's the level they want to do. Then you're classed as much as a professional as someone who's
Yeah, that is
winning
true.
badminton. So like those things I always find weird. Or you could just be filthy rich and be like, yeah, I've bought the best horse in the world and have the best trainers in the world, but I earn my money with my software company in California. So I am
actually an
I'm
amateur.
an amateur. Like I always find that a weird one. But I know what you like, even though I don't compete or anything, when we visited the Great Yorkshire Show yesterday, and even just seeing John Whittaker walk across the warm-up, not even on a horse, I was like, oh, George, it's John. He's so cool.
He is a ledge. He is a ledge. Is the Great Yorkshire where they do the Knob of the North?
The cock of the North. The Great Yorkshire is the greatest show on earth. About anything, because it's in Yorkshire. It's in God's County. It is the best show. I stand by it. It's got the classiest showground. The food hall is a hall, not a tent. The arenas
it's an actual building.
Yeah, and even the goats. The goats have their own building. The pigs have their own build. Everyone has their own building. It's a very classy. It's in Harrogate, for goodness sake. It's lovely.
So spectacular. Absolutely spectacular.
Bloody perfect. Yeah. But yeah, it is where they have the cock of the North, is the Great Yorkshire. Loved it. Got to see our friend Dan has a team called Bold Dog FMX, and they do I posted a clip on socials from them yesterday, but they do, they were performing there where they do the crosser, what do you call them? Crosser bikes? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and they've got the biggest ramp in the world, that like portable ramp in the world that does it, and they do like backflips on the motorbikes, like
over a load of cars.
well, no, just like ridiculously high. It's the most insane act in the world, and it's so funny because I watch it, and while we're watching it, I'm saying to George, I'm like, why does anyone hire me? Like, this is so cool. Like, look at these guys; they're so like insane. But
I can totally see why people do, having watched you live.
I have a question. Have you noticed since the old bridalness competition any more uptake on your people wanting to learn liberty type stuff?
yes and no. Yeah, like,
Oh,
not massively, but maybe that's because this could sound very gauche, but like because I'm quite
gauche.
very gauche, like because I'm quite well known, people hunt me down to learn liberty quite a lot anyway.
Yeah.
I've had a bit more of a so on www.benatkinsonmethod.com. Sign up today. First week's free. The like our I do webinars every month, like lectures for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I sort of come up with my own plans, but I also ask my people what they want to see. And bridleless, we're doing a bridleless series at the moment.
My people, he's like the horse Jesus. I ask my people.
My disciples.
No, they're just my team, my people. Yeah. But they like we were in the middle of a different subject, and they were like, we want bridleless. So I definitely have noticed that. But not really. I've got a few exciting things. I've had a competitive rider, not anybody I think you guys will know, and I don't want to say their name on this anyway.
Okay.
I can tell you after, but I don't think you'll know who they are. But I've had like a random competitive rider reach out for me and ask me if we can arrange like a business call or something. Like they just want to ask me loads of horse training questions and stuff. And I suspect that is spurred on from the bridleless thing. But yeah, I've not seen a massive change in the liberty landscape.
Is there more coming up with bridleless competitions?
Yeah, they've just announced they've got another one coming up, I think.
Yeah, I think they've got one on November 14th.
I have a question for you, Simon. If you could rewind your life, because this is something I'm kind of struggling with in my head with my horses. If you could start your life over again, still be an eventer, still work with horses, still do all of that, do you think, but still have the knowledge that you have now, you would incorporate some of Ben into how you trained horses from the start?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's quite a difficult one to kind of answer, really, isn't it? I suppose because things were so different back then. But
I didn't even know stuff like that
existed.
Like when I was training horses, like you got the Monty Roberts chase horses round in a circle until they join up.
We are the knights who say,
yeah, we are the knights that say, Nick. He's not very naughty boy. He's a very naughty boy.
Your mother was an hamster and your father smelled of elderberries.
Oh,
just a waffle in Minster. Anyway, Ben's too young for that. Do you remember Monty Python, Ben?
Love Monty Python.
Okay, good.
Yeah, my favourite is Meaning of Life, to be fair. More than Life of Brian or the Holy Grail.
Holy Grail is just amazing.
I think Meaning of Life is one of my favourites as well. Just a waffle in Minster.
Just a waffle in Minster. It's the for me it's the Catholics in the Meaning of Life. When that woman's washing up and she goes, oh, sorry, darling, just pick that up. And she's like, just sneezed and another baby's fallen out of her. She's like,
oh my God.
And they sing that song that every sperm is sacred, every sperm is good.
Every sperm
is needed in your
neighborhood. Every sperm is sacred, every sperm is great. If a sperm gets wasted, God gets quite irate.
Yeah, see, it's a great film. There's wrong with the youth of today. Less TikTok, more Monty Python.
Oh, but Life of Brian, I'm sorry. Who are you calling Big Nose? Well, he has. He's got a big nose.
They were so ahead of their time as well, those guys.
Oh, so funny. But anyway, to go back to my question, do you think, would you train with a bit of liberty, having known Ben now and how he does with
yes.
a bit of bam?
Yeah, I think I would.
But I don't think you do everything. So, you've been very good. Be quiet. Sorry, it's my dog. I don't think Simon's someone who... I've never watched you with a horse do anything and thought, oh, I could help with that. Like, you're kind, you're conscious, do you know? You're very aware of your horses. Do you know? That's the...
Yeah, I mean, when I was younger, I was brought up very much with the old-fashioned kind of mentality of basically the horses will conform, and I'd like to think that I would do things like, I don't know, do things better, or be more horse friendly.
We have at a lot of the horsemanship events, we do these things that they call round tables, where they'll say get like me and 4 other like well-known trainers, and we'll all sort of like discuss things and talk. And one thing that often comes up is that nearly all of us, when we're on one of those, will sort of tell a version of the same story, which is I've always worked with horses, but honestly, if me now saw me like 20 or younger working a horse, I'd probably give myself a slap because I was doing things the wrong way. And so we all talk about this idea, and I know we've said this before on the podcast, this mission of we can't jump in a time machine. So the mission now is to make sure that the next generation from the age of 10 are doing things correctly, or at least trying to, opposed to having to get to be 25, 30 before they go, oh, crap. Like, there's a better way to do things. Yeah.
But I do think a lot of it boils down to time. Like, what you do, Ben, I think, when you're producing a horse and, like, being able to train a horse to be one with you, not just be a beholden to what you wish it to do. I'm not saying that that's what we do. Do you know what I mean? What I'm trying to say is I think to the level that you are doing with your horses takes a lot more time than just backing a horse.
The reason I stopped taking training horses in was because it would look absurd the amount of money I would have to charge per week to make it worth my while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
From the amount, like just knowing from the amount of time, like I've got 2 youngsters in at the moment, 2 3-year-olds that are like starting from scratch, really. And the amount of time I plow into those horses, if I was doing that with someone else's horse, they'd have to compensate me so handsomely to make it viable. So I just stopped taking training horses in, really, because I was like, I don't have the time to cut out of my day. And if I was going to get, people, you'd just get laughed at from the amount of money I'd have to charge to do it. Which is like the most extreme example of this being like I got a rescue horse, and the day that like I've rehomed him now and he's really happy and he's been backed and he's doing really well. But when I got him, he was so feral. He'd never been touched by humans, and he was like 5. He was a stallion. And it took me 8 hours with him in a foaling box to get a head collar on him the first day. And like I didn't like... A lot of that was just moving in the stable, like not moving him, moving me, getting him to look at me, getting him to be interested in me, spending enough time in there, not doing a lot, to show him that I was actually boring and non-threatening. But he had...
And that takes a lot of time.
Yeah, it took 8 hours that day.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. But I just was like, I need a head collar on this horse. Like, we need to get... Because he was so feral, Like, and that brings me to a thing, because 2 of the youngsters I've got at the moment, the 3-year-olds, one of them was actually the brother of that rescue, and one of them I bought from a friend, and it's taken me weeks to get the rescue one to like wear a roller and a saddle and not freak out about it. The other one I bought from a friend. He's probably coming up 4 now. Probably is 4 now, to be fair. I'm terrible with their ages. And I put a roller on him for the first time today, and you'd have thought he'd been tacked up every day
Many
all his
times.
life, because I know the family he's from Oliver Phillips, OG Performance Horses, if anybody would like to buy a nice Spanish young horse. And they've handled him so well and groomed him and done all of that faff with him that, things that you take for granted, like I can groom him and not get worried about being kicked in the head. I can pick if we're walking across the stones and then he limps a bit, I can pick his front foot up and get the hoof pick and sort it out. No drama. Like he wore a rug as a youngster. So of course, putting a roller and stuff on him for the first time, not a big deal. But then when you've got like this other one as a comparison, everything, is like, no! And it's so handle your young horses. If you're going to be someone that's going to breed babies and have them around, handle them when they're little, because my goodness, it makes their life easier when they get older.
Even just running your hands down their legs.
Yeah.
Just things like that.
Touching under their back legs.
Yeah.
Play back legs with them when they're little. Don't make me do it with them when they're 15 hands and
And really strong.
and really quick. And I have got like this, yeah. When you're like, sometimes when they kick out and stuff now, I'm like, oh, I am not as quick as I used to be when I was younger. Like, crikey.
You still are young, Ben. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Not as old as me and Simon.
The only reason I know I'm still young, but when I surround myself with trick riders in their early 20s, you're like, oh yeah, I ain't that young. I can't. Like the second night at Bolesworth when they were all like, we're going to go out again. And I was like, good for you.
Night.
I felt like death all day because we went out last night. I need sleep. Thank you.
Oh, I can't do two. One night now, and the guilt I feel from having a few glasses of wine and being drunk, I'm just like, I'm the worst.
You feel guilt? I just feel...
yeah, I get like massive like anxiety the next day. Even if I've had a few glasses of wine. Like, questioning my life.
I just suffer for days.
Yeah.
And it's not just one hangover. It's a continuous hangover for quite a long time.
Do you know what I don't get? So here, a lot of people have gone over to the Calgary Stampede, which never been to, so I don't want to criticise too much. But dressage horses get a lot of shit. Show jumpers, not very much, whatever. Why does no one seem to be up in arms about rodeos?
I mean, people are up in arms about rodeos.
Because that can't be very fun for horses.
It's such a difficult one, isn't it?
The bucking rodeo thing. Because how old are they? I don't know anything about it, so I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole. But it does just surprise me that there isn't there might be like sites that are really anti it, but it doesn't, like so many people over here say to me, oh, are you, so you work with horses, are you going to go to the Stampede? I'm like, no, I have absolutely take no pleasure in watching a horse trying to buck off a man.
I think, I don't know, because this is my rodeo is like my guilty pleasure. Yeah. As in like, I'll watch a bit of rodeo because you can't not. But those horses, as far as I'm aware, there'll be good people and bad people, won't they? Like, because like I follow some YouTube channels of people that do it. And like, they'll go down to the sales and just buy like a load of some random horses and some random bulls from the sales. And then they take them home, they put them in the chute, they jump on them. And if they buck like mad, they keep them. And if the horse or the bull doesn't want to buck, then they're like, okay, cool, back to the sales. Like, they don't do anything to try and get them to. They have a flank.
Oh, that's not true. I know they put things around their bellies and stuff like that to make them
They put a flank strap on.
I think there's some in the same way as there's show jumpers that do.
Like, there will be dodgy things, but I don't know. Like, my knowledge of horses is, I don't think, like, it's funny you bring this up because one of the guys I follow posted a video today explaining all the flank straps and stuff. Like, I can send you a link to it if you want to see it. Like,
maybe we need to get someone on.
Maybe we should get someone on. Like, because
Yeah,
a horse would just bolt. It wouldn't buck. And like when they don't want to, so like you get a re-ride. Like it happens sometimes where like they pull the gate at the rodeo and the animal doesn't leave. It just stands there and they're like, cool, well that one's retired then. Untack it. Done. Like, and they have like, I don't know. I don't think in general they're bad to these animals. And even if that animal has, like, the longest ride they'll do is 8 seconds. So I also think it's a cultural thing.
Yeah.
Because when
it's just something I know so little about, but since living here, like, so many people go to it. It is huge. The Stampede or the rodeos down in Fort Worth, because obviously we were down in Texas. Like, I didn't realize like, I knew it was big, but I didn't realize astronomically big. Like, huge.
Oh, it's huge.
Yeah.
And there's so many events because you've got your rough stock. So you've got saddle broncs, bareback broncs, which is horses. Then you've got the bull riding. Then you've got the 4-in-hand chuck wagon racing. So do you know, like Boyd Excel style driving in a chuck wagon?
Chuck wagon racing this year.
Did they? See, like that, like the ones, and then you've got I don't know what they call it, but is it like the quarter mile where you race a mile in quarters? So you have 4 horses and the rider transfers to different horses and stuff. And the one that always the roping is what makes me sort of, the roping and the bulldogging. So bulldogging is where you ride a horse alongside a cow and then throw yourself off the horse onto the cow and by its horns pull it to the floor.
Yeah.
And that looks like a really bad time.
Yeah.
I think the cows and stuff that get roped are the ones that have the worst time of it.
Yeah. And I can see why it used to be a thing, because that was a skill, wasn't it? You had to be able to, you were on the plains. I've watched Yellowstone. But it's not, I just don't think it should be entertainment.
I tell you what, the wild 3-year-old I've got at the moment, if they did rodeos over here, he would sell. I tell you that. My dad saw it buck once in the round pen and said, I don't think that should be a ridden horse.
Oh God, so it was really bad.
Oh,
like, your father.
Yeah.
Like turning itself inside out.
Yeah, and it just had a roller. It's because it's my fault. He jumped, I jumped, he got away from me a bit. The rope was, I let go of the lead rope. It was my fault. But no, I think maybe we should get a rodeo person on to talk. I think that could be cool.
I think that'd be really interesting because I know absolutely nothing about it.
And
and that's the thing, like, I don't want to go down that route without the education of it. Like, I know there's things that I feel uncomfortable with, but I'd rather be educated on it than go off on a tangent. Yeah.
Because last time I was in Kentucky, what I found really amusing, the flip side of this, is that none of them would blink at a rodeo. And they are beside themselves, horrified at the size of the cross-country fences we event over at stuff like badminton. Because when I asked them about rodeos, they were like, you guys do that. Like, but then we know, so do you know what I mean? Like, we know that how our sport works.
But so also look at the Grand National and things like that. Do you know what I mean? It's all, where is your moral compass on what you feel like a horse should be asked to do?
And money, isn't it? Money is the big driver of these things, isn't it?
Well, that's what we're here to chat about. So I know Simon is super tired and we have already been going for an hour. So I'm going to ask you boys, what's annoyed you this week? Simon's having a good think. Pondering.
A specific cyclist.
Oh, you've had another cycling incident. Oh, God. Can the internet cope with Ben slagging off another cyclist?
I know, I'm doing well today. I've talked about porn mags, the fact that I quite like a rodeo, and now I'm going after cyclists. So this is really going to be bad for BAM sales.
You're doing well.
Yeah, my PR team are going to be disgusted.
You have a PR team? Who are you?
My PR team. By that, I mean my business partner and my wife, who will be like, do you not like money? Like, what are you doing? Why are you saying these things in the public? No. Oh, I've knocked my mic over. Right. So we are leaving the Yorkshire show, the greatest show on earth. Sold out, by the way. Name me another county show that sells out. 170,000 tickets. Boom. Yorkshire.
Wow.
That is a lot of tickets.
And that's just spectators. That's not people. That's not like anyone with a cow or a horse or a sheep or whatever. Anyway, so I'm leaving that show. And of course, the traffic is disgusting. And we're behind the traffic. And then, you stop, start, 5 miles an hour. And then we're going along. And I'm like, I swear there's not that much. There's one car in front of me. And there's a car and trailer in front of me. And I'm like, I swear we should be out of the traffic. And then the car and trailer goes to overtake. And I've not been in show traffic for quite some time. There's just a bloody cyclist going along. So I've been doing 5 miles an hour for so much longer. Oh.
What a day to go for a cycle ride.
No, it doesn't. I would say it more amuses me now because of the hate that everybody gave me last time for being angry at cyclists. I want you all to know that now, actually, when I see one, I chuckle to myself.
I hope people send you cycling videos as much as I get corgi videos. I got a video. So many people have sent me the video of loads of dogs playing fly ball. Have you seen that, where they run and grab the tennis ball and run back with it? And one of them's a corgi, and it's like, check out who knew a corgi could move like this. And I've just replied to everyone who sent me that video going, sorry, this isn't real. This is AI.
Yeah.
Corgis don't move that fast. And if it was, it would be savaging everyone. But yeah, I love it.
Does it move really fast though? Is it fast?
It's pretty rapid and it jumps. Well, that's half my issue, Simon. Corgis are fast and designed to bite the heels of cattle. It's just we take them on, put them in a house, make them fat, and make them vicious. This is what happens. Everybody. No, I'm joking. Just some people. Okay. God, I'm going to get attacked again. Anyway, what's annoyed you, Simon?
I feel like a bit of an old man, really. But like the youth of today.
Oh, here we go.
They're just like I've just kind of noticed, like, because there are quite a lot of like liveries at my place, and there are a lot of kind of young ones and young people, and I've established or realised that when I go down to the yard in the morning, and if those guys are there, if I don't say good morning to them, they will not even acknowledge my existence.
Oh, Simon.
And I find that, like, I was brought up that regardless, like, you acknowledge somebody, you say good morning, you normally have a bit of a chat. But like, it just seems, is that just me, or is that a bit of a new thing that, like, it seems to be like anyone under the age of like 25. Although, to be fair, Brooke, who works for me, she's 21 and she's lovely. But and like there are plenty of young people that are great, but I don't know. It's just something that I've noticed. I'm like, if I don't say anything, then nothing is said.
And then that's annoyed me. England being knocked out of the World Cup.
Has that actually annoyed you?
Yeah, sad times. I love any kind. My favourite thing: sport, watching sport, being with my friends, being in the pub. Bloody love it.
Can I say?
Go on.
I was going to say, as an extra, what's annoyed me? Not annoyed me. This has perplexed me all my life. I watch a bit of horse sport, a bit more now. I have you two in my life, and I feel I should. But I also enjoy horses every day. Even though I don't keep up to date with horse sport, I enjoy horses every day that I can. The barrier to entry for horses is quite high. You've got to have 100%. Quite a lot of money to, right. The barrier to entry to play football is low. Mm-hmm. You need a ball. You can you can dick about by yourself. You just get some mates, have a drink, a park, a garden, a street, wherever.
Jumper on the floor, done, goal made.
But the amount of people I know that are like obsessed with football act like this has been life or death. But then if you were like, when was the last time you kicked a football? They couldn't tell you.
Yeah, it is mad.
I find that really weird. Like, I'm so into that. This is my life and death. Cool. Do you ever play with your mates? I like, did it? No.
Yeah, but it's not, they don't play with them, but they're down the pub with their mates talking about it. And like, it's,
I just think,
I love it.
If it's that cool, like, watching Roz win badminton, super cool. But I would actually say, personally, if you're someone that just enjoys your horse, probably have more fun on a hack.
Yeah.
On your horse. Doing less cool stuff. That's the bit that I find weird about it. I've just always thought this in my mind. With football, it's very definitely...
But so football, the kids that James plays with, because everyone's struggling with, trying to work around kids and childcare and everything, we go and throw them out on the AstroTurf for 2 hours most mornings in the week so adults can get some work done, and we just leave them and they can all do it. I couldn't just go and rock up and leave Delilah because there are no yards around here. But nowadays, it's not so...
No.
Unless you have access to horses and a yard and everything and blah, blah, blah. But all those kids can just go and for free go and play football for as long as they want. No health and safety, no nothing. Just go play football. No level of experience.
I do often think that I would quite like that if my sport wasn't horses. I'd try like to be really good at tennis or something, or why don't I say really good? Like really enjoy tennis, because then I can just go and play and then come home and then put my tennis racket by the back door and that's it. Don't need to worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't need to feed it the next day.
You say that though, but you probably wouldn't, would you? Like one of my best mates plays airsoft. I don't know if you've heard of airsoft.
What is airsoft?
Airsoft. It's like paintballing with BBs. Yeah.
Okay. That sounds painful.
The bruises he comes back with, and you'd think you go play a game.
I was going to say, it doesn't sound very soft.
No.
Yeah.
They come back with proper, like he has to wear body armor and stuff, because otherwise he's like, oh yeah, at least my arms and legs get bruised, but I've got my face mask and my body armor on, so the body and face is all right. But you think that you just, like you say, leave your kit by the door, but he's forever taking everything to bits and modifying this piece and changing that. And I suppose you get into it, whatever you do, don't you?
Yeah, that's true.
Right. Shall I read you a poem my daughter wrote for me?
Yes. What's this poem?
Finish.
Have you heard this, Simon?
No, I haven't. I'm not quite sure to expect it.
I thought I was a good parent.
Mum is always angry.
You're fast, you're beautiful, you're strong, you're kind. But when you're mad, you're out of your mind.
Yeah. Was that ghost written by Gregor?
Oh, you need to frame that.
I know. Isn't it brilliant? And then she had to create a poem and write all the things in it. So she wrote mummy, but she wrote it with an O, which really upsets me, but we do live in Canada now. Kind, hardworking. Then she had to write a verb and she wrote yelling.
Yelling.
Another verb, hugging. Another verb, loving. And then an adjective, she wrote funny. Another one, fun. And then the noun, mummy. So yelling, hugging, and loving probably sums me up. I thought you'd quite enjoy that.
That is you. That is definitely you.
Yes, very loving but very loud. Right, you beautiful boys. Anything else you want to share?
Oh, I'm doing a demo.
Yay! Yes, you are.
And if anybody would like to come, it's in Norfolk. It's at Eastern College. And if you want to come, tickets are available on Horse Monkey. There's a link in my bio on Instagram.
When is it, Simon?
It's on the 5th of August.
5th of August. What time is it?
Which is a Wednesday, so it's Hump Day. And
Hump Day? What's Hump Day?
My favourite day. Hump Day. It's the middle of the week.
You don't know Hump Day? Wednesday's Hump Day.
Wednesday's Hump Day.
You've got up the hill.
And it's not what you think, Jenny. It's not what you think.
And now you're downhill to the weekend. Over the hump.
You're peaking. The week is peaked.
I've never heard that expression before.
So you do the weekend when you're younger.
I get the concept, Ben. It's fine.
And then Monday and Friday, you claw your carcass through. Wednesday's better because now Thursday and Friday, it's the weekend again. Hump Day. Anyway, Simon's having a Hump Day demo.
That doesn't work.
I'm doing a Hump Day. Well, it's not a demo. It's an evening with Simon Grieve.
An evening with Simon Grieve. You're so famous. You can do evenings
hump with Simon Grieve.
An evening hump with Simon.
What can they expect from your demo, Simon?
So I'm going to bring some horses and ride them and talk about my system a little bit and do some jumpies. And then I'm going to talk a bit about like confidence and like mental stuff, and then do a bit of a Q&A.
Amazing.
Come
Well,
here,
Yeah,
everybody should go.
I'm really excited about it. It should be really fun, hopefully.
I'm really glad you're doing it. I think it's very exciting.
I think it's very
really cool.
exciting as well. And I'm glad there is no humping, because that would be weird.
Well, there might be later on.
Yeah.
Too much. Right, you lovely, beautiful people. Also, in other news, we're also going to be at Your Horse Live again this year. They've invited us back, despite my swear word and complaint. This is very exciting.
Wow, we had a great time last year, to be fair. It was really good. And yeah, Ben going around on his little scooter.
Yeah. Right. But on that note, unless you have anything else of interest to say.
The face there was like, you clearly don't.
Well, oh, I can hear my children shouting at each other.
Don't even think about it.
I've maxed out on the time that a iPad is usable. So I love you both, but all that is left to say is shut up and ride.
Shut up and ride. Shut up and ride.
Oh, do shut up.